This video is an overview of how to get from a pristine Nerf gun out of the box to a repainted, finished model like so. As you may have noticed, when these come out of the box, the finish on them is really smooth and nice and pretty, and if you were to paint over this, the paint would not adhere to this very well, and the paint would come off as you handled it. So you need to prepare the surface. What you need to do is sand the entire Nerf gun and everything you can get to. Get sandpaper on it and remove the finish. You don't have to remove the paint. It's not necessary to go to the bare plastic. You just need to roughen the surface to give the primer and the paint something to adhere to. This one I've started sanding and I'm not quite done yet, but that's what it looks like while sanding. After the sanding is complete and you primer the gun, you end up with something like this. Now this one I've already put down the first layer or first coat of paint that I wanted, which is right here in the middle portion and upper portion. I mask off what I want and then I'll paint it, and this I'm in the process of masking to paint the second part, or the second color, which will be this. Now this one I've painted completely and I've started the weathering process. As you can see, this one's going to have some heavy-duty weathering. I'm not quite done with this guy yet, but getting there. Now this one I didn't weather as heavily. It's more of a medium weathering job. I just wanted it to look slightly used. And now the weathering is done by applying washes, and what that is just thinned down paint. And in this particular case I used brown and black, and what that does is it gets into the crevices and really brings out some of the detail. But also in this particular case of the frame, the brown gets in there and makes it look aged, kind of old and dirty. And then the chipped paint effect, I do it with dry brushing and actually chipping away at the surface paint to expose the base color. That's pretty effective. And if you take your time and do the prep work, the finish comes out really good. Again, if you do the sanding properly and the masking, the guns come out really, really cool. But even still, don't be afraid to make mistakes, because you can always correct them, like I did with this one. This one I rushed and I got some overspray and that I had to fix afterwards, but again, not that big of a deal. Anyway, I hope that helps. This was for you, Chippy815, and if you have any questions, contact me.